Hello everybody and welcome to the final episode of Season 1 of the Manchester United Career Mode here on FC25. The Europa League Final will be played in its entirety in this episode. It's a Jose Mourinho derby, Manchester United versus Fenerbache. It's incredible to think that the man who will be coming up against today was the man who actually won the Europa League for United back in 2017, the one and only time United have won this trophy, and we look to beat that manager now to win our second Europa League title. We did already play Fenerbahce in the league phase. It was a 1-1 draw in Istanbul, and now we look to beat them to secure this trophy and to secure Champions League football. Just a reminder of where we are in the league. 5th place, 1 point behind Chelsea with the game to go. But if we win this game against Fenerbahce, then it will not matter if we finish in the top 4 or not. Obviously, I want to finish as high as possible, but winning the Europa League completely seals Champions League football, so that is the main objective. Let's have a quick look again at Fenerbahce's team. As you can see there, a few good veteran players, 2 former United players in the team there in Fred and Amrabat, former Man City player Dzeko up there. They've got Tadic out on the right. They've got, what's his name? St. Maximin out on the left. Couldn't remember what his full name was there. We actually had St. Maximin in the first career mode that we did on this channel, the Turley United career mode back in FIFA 22. So they have a few decent players there, Fenerbahce. They are they're no slouch. That's what I would say about them. En-Nesyri on the bench there as well. Under is on the bench. It promises to be a tough game. Oh lads, I'm nervous for this one. I am nervous. And because it's such a big game, let's do a press conference. I normally do press conferences before these big games, and this is the biggest game of the series so far. De Ligt, let's celebrate his form, get that morale up as high as it can be without being complacent before this big game. Same for Andre Onana, who I'm still a little bit on the fence about whether I keep him or not. He's made some brilliant saves, but I just feel like he can be a bit of a liability. Bruno, I'll slightly downplay because he's already very happy. But we don't want anybody being complacent before this game. Oh lads, let's get into it. Let's get into it. We thankfully have a full strength team here. No injuries or suspensions. A lot of players have actually grown as well there. Kirkez up to an 81. Ahmad's up to an 80. Mainu up to an 80 as well. Let me just make sure as well that I'm happy with the bench. Smith, Maguire and Yoro are a little bit tired. Xerxes and Casemiro the same. But they'll be fine. They are on the bench for a reason. Everybody else fully fit. Let's get into it, lads. Oh God, I'm pumped. I need to try and relax a small bit. As you saw in the semi-final, my emotions got a bit out of hand at one point. I can't have that happen here in the Europa League final. Looks like we have an Irish referee there, Seamus MacArthur. He spells it the same way as the wrestler Seamus, which is weird, because I've never ever seen it spelt like that away from Seamus O'Shaughnessy. That's something that I probably shouldn't be focusing on as much as I am, but whatever. Oh, you can tell the nerves are getting to me, but let's get into it, lads. 68, 91, 99, 2008 and 2017. Manchester United have won European trophies in each of those years that I just mentioned. Let's add 2025 to that list as well. Up against a man who knows a thing or two about not just winning this trophy, but European trophies in general, Jose Mourinho. He's only ever lost one European final, not counting Super Cups. That was the Europa League final of 2023, when Roma were defeated by the kings of this competition, Sevilla. But we're here in Bilbao, and Fenerbahce actually beat Bilbao to get to this final. And that's what we're playing for. And there's former United player Fred leading out Fenerbahce as Bruno leads us out onto the pitch. I really like the Europa League trophy. I really do. It is a unique trophy. It looks like a very awkward one to have to lift. And I'm sure it's heavy. No handles on the trophy. But this is also a competition that has eluded me on the channel. We were heartbreakingly knocked out of it in the quarterfinals in Season 2 of the Turley United career mode back in FIFA 22. And I don't even think we've actually been in the Europa League since then. Oxford, we weren't in it. We won the Conference League with them. We won the Conference League with Thurle United as well. We were in the Conference League with Cloyne United, but ended up getting knocked out of it. So this is the one trophy that we are yet to win on the channel. And there's no time like the present to get that trophy in the cabinet for us. And it's the only major trophy that United have not won more than once. And I know some people will say the Conference League. I'm not going to count it because United have never been in it. There is our team. It's the strongest team we can go with. Maybe not rating-wise. I know Casemiro's higher rated than Manu, but I prefer playing Manu. And Rasmus up there as well. He's going for the Golden Boot in this competition. Let's just confirm Fenerbahce's team as well. I like to allow the full build-up for big games like this as we take this squad picture. Let's hope this is a famous squad picture for all the right reasons, as Fenerbahce line up to take theirs as well. But from the looks of things, it's pretty similar to the probable lineup that we saw just before going into this game. And yeah, it basically is Kostic there at left back. Is a yellow card away from a suspension, but because it's the last game of the season, he shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Probably should have checked actually how Fenerbahce were doing in the league, but we can check that afterwards. It's not a big deal. Oh, but here we go, lads. Champions League football on the line. A trophy on the line as well. We look to go 3 years in a row having a trophy at the end of the season. League Cup in 2023, FA Cup in 2024. Can we make it the Europa League in 2025? Let's be having ya. Well, the semi-finals gave us a bit of a scare, but in the final, let's try and have it be a little bit more comfortable. But it is Fenerbahce on the attack. I can't fucking believe that. And the man who originally was on the bench in the probable lineup has scored the opening goal here, literally fucking 2 seconds into the game. Onana couldn't get anywhere near it. De Ligt and Martinez and even Mazraoui not able to stop him. And the first attack of the game has ended with a goal, and we are already 1-0 down. Can you fucking believe that? Can you even credit it? It is absolutely so frustrating that this keeps happening. And I think it shows that even if we do win this game, we still need to improve this team. Can we find a quick response here? Here's Rasmus. And Fenerbahce on the attack again. Oh, it's a good ball. Bloody hell, I didn't even press anything there. I thought there was going to be a free kick and potentially a red card there. As I say, I didn't even press anything. I was wondering what happened. He's obviously just fallen over himself. Bruno goes out to Mazraoui, who did score his first goal for the club in the semi-final. Oh, Rasmus! Oh, he nearly closed down the goalkeeper. But he was unable to get there. Fenerbahce now on the attack again. Every team passes the ball like prime Barcelona when they come up against me. En-Nesyri. Onana with the save. And it's out for a goal kick. This is not the start I was expecting in this game. And obviously not the one we were hoping for. But look, there's still a lot of football to be played. A hell of a lot of football to be played. Johnny Evans considering retirement. I accidentally extended his contract by a year. I was going through the menu of players and I got into such a rhythm that I didn't actually look at whose contract I was extending. So Evans probably will end up retiring with us, but I'm not angry about that. Not at all. Bruno at the shot. Too hot to handle for the keeper, but not. It doesn't go out for the corner is what I should say. Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous now. Manu, we win it back, but it goes out for their I'm just sick of every time we win the ball back, it goes straight back to an opposition player. Oh, and they're going to double the lead here, aren't they? St. Maximin, he's offside, surely. Surely that's offside. How is he onside? Oh, for fuck's sake! St. Maximin doubles Fenerbahce's lead. How the hell was he onside? I need to see this again. He looked miles off. Who is playing him on and what's Onana doing? Somehow he stayed onside. The former Newcastle player has put us 2-0 down here in the Europa League final. And lads, at the moment, we will not be playing Champions League football next season. Oh, I can't believe this. And that's a shit ball by Rasmus. Oh, I can't fucking believe this. Oh, De Ligt can't beat the attacker there. Here's Garnacho. And now Bruno. Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund pulls one back. We needed to respond quickly, and Rasmus, the man who's loved life in this competition this season, halves the deficit. It's 2-1, but I'm still not happy with how we've started this game. It's a good finish past the goalkeeper, but still, we need to get our heads out of our arse here. We pull one back, it's 2-1 to Fenerbache. But Rasmus has his 17th Europa League goal of the season. I think in 13 appearances, if memory is serving me correctly. But look at this, like we just can't win anything at them. Oh no, no. Thank God St. Maximin doesn't connect with that one properly. But you see what I mean? I'm sick of having basketball games. You'd swear we're playing NBA 2K. I don't even like basketball. But you'd swear that's the game we're playing with how end-to-end these games tend to be. Great for the neutral, not so great when you're controlling a team. Ahmad! Oh, I thought Rasmus was going to be a bit quicker there. It's cleared away. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Mazraoui. Oh, that's going to be well offside from Garnacho. Fucking makes a terrible connection with the header anyway. I can't believe we've conceded twice in the first half. Oh, Kerkez. Well, Alphonso Davies will be coming into the team next season, but will he be playing Champions League football at the moment? He won't be. It'll be back in this competition again. No added time, it looks like, here. Somehow. I don't know how there was no added time there. But we are 2-1 down to Jose Mourinho's men here. Would you credit that? Bruno looking very annoyed there, and I don't blame him. En-Nesyri, or En-Nesyri, however you say his name, with the goal with the first attack. St. Maximin scoring a goal that still boggles my mind as to how he was onside. Rasmus pulled one back for us. But it ain't looking good, bruv. It ain't looking good at the moment. We're 2-1 down. And we really are up against it. That's a crunching tackle there. Oh, I've got a bad feeling it's just not going to be our day here. Kerkez over to Bruno. Kerkez has plenty of space though down this left-hand side. Oh, right, was that Rasmus? No, it was Garnacho. We still have it. Ahmad. Oh, loves a goal in the big game. Unable to get one there. And it's Samuel now for Fenerbahce as they look to go on the attack again. Martinez. Oh, it's a clean tackle apparently. I thought for a second it was going to be a free kick. But I think he actually ended up winning the ball. Oh, well done, Mazraoui. Well done, Mazraoui. Ahmad. Come on, lad. He's onside. He squares it for Rasmus Højlund. And it's 2-2 in the Europa League final. Rasmus has both of our goals. Back on level terms. Well, Manchester United love a comeback. And oh boy, do we love one in a European final. Just go ask Bayern Munich about that. We have leveled things up here. We've come from 2-0 down to make it 2-2. Ahmad, very unselfish. Mazraoui deserves a lot of credit for how he won that ball back. Bruno went down that right-hand side, or went over to the right-hand side, I should say, to Ahmad, who could have had a go himself. But he gave it to our top scorer, Rasmus Højlund. And it's Manchester United 2, Fenerbahce 2. And it's anyone's game now, and Kerkez does well to win that back. Oh, you can feel the pendulum swinging in our favour. Here's Kerkez. Bruno. He'd love to win his first European trophy here. Over to Mazraoui. Scored a goal in the second leg of the semi-final. It's Garnacho! How can you believe it? We have turned this game completely on its head. Alejandro Garnacho, there at the back post, has put us 3-2 in front. It ain't over till it's over. Great ball by Mazraoui. Garnacho with a beautiful finish there. It looks simple. I mean, he should be scoring from there, don't get me wrong. But he didn't put too much power behind it. He put the perfect amount of power behind it on his so-called weaker foot. And we do take the lead here, but there's still half an hour to go. Oh my God. What a European campaign this has been. We just don't know how to have a boring European game, do we? Whether it's with Celtic, United, it doesn't seem to matter. 5 goals in this season's Europa League for Alejandro Garnacho. And that is the most important one so far. St. Maximin with the strike. Try and avoid the corner. Of course we can't. Oh no, it's a goal kick. Never mind, it's a goal kick. I was going to say I don't know why Mazraoui left it go out, but now I do know why. And Amrabat, who was on loan at United last season, makes his way onto the pitch in this Europa League final against his former side. Oh, Martinez, risky ball. Kirkes manages to get there, just get rid of it. Fucking hell, living dangerously there. Oh my God, I've completely mucked that up. Onana, bloody hell, lad. What a save. Oh my God. 20 minutes to go. Here's Ahmad. Plays it into Rasmus. Bruno. Oh, good save by the keeper. Kirkes will get there though. Brilliant from the left back. Oh, Garnacho nearly got his second goal of the game. Menu. Oh, goal scorer in the FA Cup final last season. Can't score here. How are they not? Or how are we not getting the corner, I should say? They keep managing to avoid conceding the corners. Oh my God. Oh, there's no pace from De Ligt. No pace from De Ligt. And it's 3-3. Fuck's sake! Oh my God! Sorry, I needed to leave that out there. Oh, oh, the rage just came over me there. I'm so sick of this. End the series again. Fucking hell, that, oh God, I'm a little bit embarrassed about that outburst there. Bloody hell, Mazraoui needs to come off. He's knackered. Oh, who else do I even bring on? Menu's knackered. I don't really want to bring on Mount or Casemiro yet, though. You know what? I'm actually going to go over here. Let's slightly tweak the formation a bit. I'm going to play without CDMs. I'm going to play with just centre mids. Let's have a look here. There's a formation. I want to still play with a cam. There's a formation where the 2 CDMs become centre mids. Where is it? Normally I'd pause at this point, lads, but at the moment I don't really want to. There we go. It does mean the wingers drop back a little bit, but I'm not overly arsed about that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Bruno back here, and I'm going to bring on Maeda. Going to keep Ahmad and Garnacho out wide. But it's 3-3 here in the Europa League final. It's heading to extra time. Oh my God. Oh, Rasmus Højlund has scored a hat-trick against Fenerbache, just like Wayne Rooney did back in 2004, and we take the lead yet again. Oh, end-to-end stuff. Never a dull moment. It's been said time and time again. I don't know if there's ever been a truer statement than in this game. I think the reason I didn't get this carried away with Celtic was I always felt like we were the underdog. I always felt like the underdog with Celtic, no matter how good that team got. It just always felt like we were up against it. But with this career mode, obviously there's the element of it being the team I actually support in real life, but I just feel like we should be winning games a lot more comfortably than we actually are. But Rasmus gets his hat-trick here in the Europa League final. Oh, De Ligt. I'm actually starting to lose my patience with this man a small bit. They hit the post, but thankfully it deflects away. Here's Garnacho. Kobbie Mainoo. Let's just try and hold on to it. Well done. Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund. Bruno is there, and surely Bruno Fernandes has sealed Manchester United's second ever Europa League title. Joe Turtle is on the pitch. There's fans on the pitch as well from the looks of things. The substitutes are getting involved. The man who'll be lifting this trophy is the one who seals it. And 2025 is going to be another successful year in Europe for Manchester United. Højlund already had the hat-trick. He has the assist now for Bruno. Basically had an empty net to aim at. He was nearly putting a bloody headlock there. But surely now that has to be that. Let's make a couple of changes just to wrap things up. Smith can come on for Ahmad. A big moment for him to come on in a European final. De Ligt can come off for Lenny Yoro. And the last change we'll make, you know what? He's been an important player in this series so far, Harry Maguire. I want to give him his flowers. We'll bring him on as well. Oh yeah, Martinez is no longer playing as a CDM, but who cares? He'll get a -6 in the midfield. I think he'd get like a -1 if I put... Or sorry, a +1 if I put him in CDM, but I can't be bothered changing the formation now. That outburst is worth it now, because we'll be winning the game, because we'll be sealing Champions League football. I'd still like to not concede a fourth goal if we can. Oh, but of course we fucking will. Of course we fucking will. 5-4 here in the Europa League final. It's so fucking stupid, but who cares? Who cares? They get a consolation goal. Back to Onana here, who will clear it away. And we have won the Europa League title here at last on the channel. And of course it would have to be a chaotic game. We just don't know how to do a normal game in this career mode. But it's the first bit of silverware for Manchester United here in the career mode. And it is Champions League football that has been sealed. 2 hat-tricks in this game. Rasmus Højlund and En-Nesyri. I've said his name about 5 different ways at this stage, but who cares? The main thing is we are the ones who will be lifting the Europa League title. But I tell you what, there is so much work that we need to do with this team. Defensively, I actually thought we'd be okay, but I'm starting to think we may need to even address that position ever so slightly. There's definitely positions going forward that we need to improve, but we'll focus on that in the summer. Bruno Fernandes, the man who ended up getting the goal to win this game, is the man to lift up the Europa League title for Manchester United in 2025. Our second time winning this trophy. And in both occasions, it is the way we qualify for the Champions League. We can still technically get top 4, but at least now we know that regardless of where we finish in the league, it is going to be Champions League football at Old Trafford next season. As we go over to celebrate with the Old Trafford faithful, who, well, we're not at Old Trafford, but you know what I mean. They've travelled over to Spain to witness this game. What a game they've witnessed as well. I'm pretty sure Liverpool won the Europa League final in 2001 by the same scoreline, if memory is serving me correctly. Wasn't that like a golden goal or something? But listen, we don't want to think about Liverpool now. Just popped into my brain there that 5-4 in a Europa League final sounded familiar. That was obviously back when it was known as the UEFA Cup, but we win it once again as the Europa League. Oh, God, and breathe, and breathe. And there is visual confirmation of it. We have won the Europa League 5-4 over Fenerbache. Of course it would be a wild scoreline like that. We just don't know how to do it any other way. A second Europa League title for us. Only the second time Jose Mourinho has lost a European final. And thankfully, it was at the hands of Manchester United. Champions League football sealed as well. I know I've said that like 60 times at this point. But as you've just seen there, the stress was very, very high. And I'm just glad that we got over the line. Thank bloody God for that. Now, let's seal the end of let's finish, I should say, the end of the Premier League season and see if we finish in the top 4 or not. But thankfully now, it doesn't matter whether we do or not. So it's 6th place Aston Villa who will be playing here on the final day of the season. They can't finish any higher than 6th, I don't think. We, of course, could still finish in the top 4. Look at all those complacent players out there. Bloody hell, lads. Relax a small bit. We won the Europa League final, but it was anything but convincing. I am just going to give this a quick sim. May as well. We've already got Champions League football. We end up losing the last game of the season, which does seal the fact that we won't be finishing in the top 4. It is going to be a 5th place finish, which is, oh God, of course Chelsea would drop points as well. But look, whatever, as we can see here, if we go back over to the standings here, regardless of this 5th place finish, we have Champions League football. That is all that matters. And here is the celebration going through the streets of Manchester. I'll be honest with you, I don't think United would ever celebrate a Europa League win with an open bus celebration, open top celebration, I should say, whatever the right phrase is. But still, I'll happily take it here. I mean, in real life, I'd bite your hand off for the Europa League trophy this season, so I don't want to diminish it too much. But let's just say we've got bigger things on our mind now. I'm really glad that we got this Europa League victory, but let's hope it is the kickstart onto winning the Premier League and, of course, the Champions League. And now that all the competitions have come to an end, let's have a look around each competition and see who won what and who finished where. It is Arsenal who have won not the Europa League, the Premier League in this season. They win their first league title in 21 years, finishing 2 points ahead of both Liverpool and Man City. Don't think that's going to be happening in real life. Unfortunately, I do think Liverpool are the team that will win it. But in this universe, we are still the team with the most league titles in England. So I'm very, very happy about that. Chelsea obviously finishing 4th there. Villa in 6th. Tottenham in 7th. Newcastle in 8th. Forest finishing 9th, which is a lot lower than they're actually looking like they're going to finish in real life, but still not a bad season from them. The teams going down are Southampton, Wolves and Ipswich. So Southampton, in this career mode at least, don't actually finish bottom of the table, but still they will be returning to the Championship. In the FA Cup, that's not the FA Cup, that's the Community Shield. Did not need a reminder of that. It was Liverpool who did win the FA Cup, so they got a bit of revenge on Arsenal there, winning it by 3-0. Of course, Arsenal in real life will not be in the FA Cup final because a certain someone already knocked them out on penalties. But here, they do lose the final to Liverpool. The League Cup was won by Tottenham. Technically, at the time of recording, this could still technically happen, even though Brentford obviously won't be the team they could play in the final. That is who they beat here. And it's funny as well because the last 2 times Tottenham won the League Cup, United won a European trophy in each of those seasons in 99 and 2008. And it's happened here again. Spurs win the League Cup and United win a European trophy. Real Madrid won the Super Cup obviously at the start of the season, and they've also won the Champions League as well, a 3-0 win over RB Leipzig. So Real Madrid go back to back in Europe's elite competition again. We of course won the Europa League in one of the most exciting games on the channel. That I'm not going to lie, my little outburst there when Fenerbache got that equaliser to make it 3-3. The embarrassment I feel right now is very, very high. You've heard me get frustrated on this channel before. But that was just, when the rage just overtakes you. And then you have to remind yourself that you're nearly 27 years old. That's what just happened to me in that moment, and it's very, very embarrassing. But I'm just glad. I'll take that embarrassment if it means we win the Europa League title, which is what we've ended up doing. And in the Conference League, the victors in that tournament was Real Betis, not Chelsea or Fiorentina. How did Chelsea actually get on here? Marseille knocked them out in the quarter-final. That's crazy. How far did Shamrock Rovers get, actually? Shamrock Rovers were knocked out in the playoff round. Of course, the first Irish team to make it to the knockout rounds of the Champions League in its current format, or in the last 2 current formats, or the last 2 formats, I should say, the group stage and the league phase. You can probably tell, lads, that I'm mentally just exhausted right now, can barely finish a sentence. But Real Betis of Spain are the team to win the Conference League. Now, before we wrap things up, let's have a look at some of the individual stats. And we'll talk a little bit about what the plan is for next season. Appearance-wise, it was Bruno Fernandes, the man who's always present in the Manchester United team, the captain as well. 57 appearances, played every league game, only missed one European game, and played all the other games there as well. Mazraoui with 54 appearances, only one goal, and that goal was in the Europa League semi-final, so a big season for him. Garnacho there with 53 appearances, Onana with 52, a couple of players there on 50, and then we start to get spread out the more we go down. The top goal scorer, Rasmus Højlund, that's so annoying that he was one away from getting 20 goals in the league, one away from 20 in the Europa League, and one away from 40 overall. But still, 39 goals and 46 appearances is absolutely nothing to look down on. That is a fantastic season for Rasmus Højlund, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how much he grows throughout the rest of this series. Garnacho there with 18 goals as well, 17 assists on top of that too. A fantastic season there for the young Argentine winger. Bruno with 16 and 23, Ahmad with 14 and 10, Xerxes with 8 and 4. I just don't really see him as a striker. I do think I'm going to start playing him as a number 10 next season. I just think he gets a bit more involved in those positions, so a backup striker is something we're going to have to look at in the summer. Maeda there doing really well. He scored 5 goals for us. Those 3 goals you see there would have been in the Champions League for Celtic. 7 assists as well. Let's just ignore this fella because he has nothing to do with us. Casemiro getting 4 goals there. Eriksen with 4 as well, but they were all scored actually before we took over. Mainoo with 3 and 3. Love Kobe Mainoo, but I do think we will have to bring in another midfielder next season. Mount I'm probably going to sell. Kirkez did well there. Only one of those goals actually came for us. That was in the Manchester derby. The other one would have came for Bournemouth I should say. And then again, a few players there with 1 goal. One of them being Adam Smith, the new young Welsh winger. Assist-wise, we already kind of saw it. Bruno with 23, Garnacho with 17, Ahmad with 10. And then, as I say, it gets a bit more spread out the more we go down. So, lads, when we have a look at this team, I do think there's a good core here, but we definitely need some improvement. The areas I am looking at are going to be another striker as a backup for Rasmus. I do think we need another midfielder. And probably another winger. I love Ahmad to bits. His stamina, unfortunately, does let him down at times. So I feel like I might need to bring in another winger just to have another option there. Whether he's going to be higher rated or lower rated than Ahmad, I'm not entirely sure, but we will wait and see. And I think if I had to pick out another position, I was thinking centre-back, but you know what? I don't even think they're at fault really for a lot of the BS. I think a lot of that's down to just the game itself. I'm still a bit torn about Onana, because he does make some good saves, but there is a goalkeeper out there who I would like to bring in. So it's something I'm going to have to think about. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Alphonso Davies will be joining us in the summer as well, so left back I think will be completely fine. I think the positions we mentioned are the positions that we will be focusing on. But lads, that will do it here for Season 1 of the Manchester United Career Mode. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the first season. If you did enjoy it, and if you enjoyed this video in particular, please hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you all on Monday for the beginning of Season 2. Let's hope that this team can take it to that next level and make a charge for the league title. See you then.